Welcome to Movers, Shakers, Designers, Makers. I'm Steve Carpenter, the Michael J. and Amy Rusinko Keikos Dean in the College of Arts and Architecture at Penn State. Today I am talking with Fernanda Lastra, who is an amazing individual. You're a conductor, and you are a graduate of our School of Music. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. Thank you for having me.
Oh,
It's a pleasure to be here.
Glad to have you back. Glad to have you back. So we're going to have this really wonderful conversation.
Yes.
And I have a few questions for you that might take some time, and then I have a few questions that will take a bit less time. How's that?
Yeah, sounds great.
All right. So it's a pleasant surprise to be able to chat with you before you actually come back again to be our commencement speaker this spring.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you said yes to that.
Yeah, it's an honor really to be here in such a capacity. It's a pleasure, and Penn State is so important for me that it's an honor, really.
Fantastic. Now, the commencement that you will be speaking at is our undergraduate commencement. But you didn't graduate as an undergraduate here. What was your degree when you were here at Penn State?
Master's degree in music with orchestra conducting is the field. Master's in orchestra conducting.
Master's in orchestra conducting.
Yes.
Does all that fit on the diploma? I mean, that's a long degree title.
Yes, it's a long degree title. Long words.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's an important position to have.
Yes, it's a leadership position, and I really had a wonderful mentor here. I cannot thank enough Maestro Edelstein for the opportunity to be at Penn State, studying over 2 years, and to learn from him. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, tell us a bit about your recent projects. What are you working on now? You are here for another reason, not commencement, but you're here to actually do some conducting. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, correct. I will be conducting the Pennsylvania Chamber Orchestra, a family concert. It's a concert for kids. It's tailored for younger audiences, so there will be a lot of interaction with the families. I hope parents also interact with the kids. And yes, it's this Saturday, 11 a.m. and Good Shepherd Catholic Church. And it's my second time, because I came to do a family concert last year in March too, and it was so popular that they had invited me again. And these concerts are so fun. I really love the family concerts. It's a moment to share music and to create wonderful moments that we take in our adult life, right? All the field trips to the orchestra, all the moments we shared with our parents, singing or dancing or around music. It's so important for kids and for families, I think, to build shared moments together.
I love that. The idea of conducting, where did that come from? I mean, were you like 5 years old and knew at that point you wanted to be a conductor and study conducting?
Well, it was not like that. But yes, I was very lucky to go to a kindergarten in which everything was taught by a song. Colors, the numbers, the name of the days, everything was a song. And so my parents were told that I had certain easiness to learn those songs very quickly and to be in tune. So that music was easy for me and that I enjoyed it. So that was one thing. Then a couple of years later, about 7 or so, I asked my mom to study piano because colleagues of my parents, friends of my parents, had a piano at home. I am the only professional musician at home, so I don't have preference of the field at home.
Sure.
But at early age, I discovered the piano, which is my main instrument, my principal instrument. So I asked my mom, I want to study piano. And at the same time, a field trip with the school to see the orchestra and ballet, and I fall in love. Mom, I want to dance too.
Yeah.
So I did both things from 8 to 18, over 10 years of my life. And then the breaking moment was at 15 when I entered a chorus. I was a member of a 180 chorus member that only perform a masterwork. So at that point, they were preparing Beethoven Ninth Symphony. The chorus sings in the fourth movement. So I had 3 movements sitting back there, watching looking at the conductor to see what he was doing and everything, and I fall in love with that. I always attended the orchestra as as an auditor from the other side in the concert hall, but being on stage and having the opportunity to see what the conductor does, how the rehearsal is planned, and how we work with the musicians and with the sounds, and discovering the orchestra as an organism, as a live organism, because it's an instrument made out of people too, right?
Right, it sure is.
So and every single, I was a pianist, so I had only one color, one sound in my mind, but the orchestra has so many colors, so many instruments. Anyways, I stayed in that chorus for other 3 years, so I sang many other works, and I worked with the orchestra. And at 18, again, I went, Mom, Dad, I want to be a conductor. I think I would try. I come from a second largest city in the state of Buenos Aires called Mar del Plata. It has everything except University for the Arts.
Of course.
So
the next logical place is Penn State.
No, that was before.
Oh, it was before
Penn State, because I was
right.
18.
Oh, of course.
At that moment. So I moved close to the capital, close to Buenos Aires.
Okay.
And I did my bachelor's at the University of La Plata. And Penn State came later.
Yeah.
But that was the moment. I think Beethoven Ninth was the moment, the breaking moment, and then it was like a reaffirmation of my intuition. Do I want to do this? Yes. It was always a yes, and
fantastic.
Yes, and I am here.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
So you're here, and not only are you here now, you'll be here again for commencement. You were here, last year?
Yes.
So, I mean, coming back to Penn State, this is like, there's a pattern here of traveling back here, but you've traveled all over the world conducting.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a bit about your experiences traveling around the world conducting?
Yes. Well, I just came from Mexico City. Last weekend I was there working with the University of Mexico Symphony Orchestra. And before that I was in Tucson, Arizona, conducting the Tucson Symphony. I am going to Chile to conduct the National Orchestra in June. So I travel mainly in the States, but also I'm traveling to South America, and whatever the opportunity is, I go. It's
fantastic.
Yeah.
So you just named a number of projects. What's the next big project of that you're really looking forward to?
Yes, well, I think it's the National Symphony in Chile. It's important. It's a big orchestra. It's a very renowned orchestra. I conducted one of the National Symphonies in Argentina back in 2022. We have two, a chamber orchestra and a symphony orchestra. I conducted the chamber orchestra, which only performs Argentinian music, so it was really special. And I haven't been conducting in South America since then, so I really look forward to be in Chile in June.
Fantastic. Sounds like a great project. I'm eager to
Yes.
hear how it goes.
Yes, and we are going to perform all Italian music, or inspired by Italian, by Italy. So it's going to be very, very nice, very special.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So quite often the music that you conduct or have the ensembles play is historic, or at least do you do many contemporary works by many contemporary composers?
Yes and no, depends. Actually, last weekend we had the composer with us the entire week working with us. We performed with Ofunam is the name of the orchestra, a piece by a Mexican composer who is alive. She was there with us, and it's a totally different game, because usually, as you mentioned, we perform music from people that are not in this world anymore. So it's difficult when you have questions, or what you want to know, why did you write this or that? It's difficult to ask, right? But having a living composer the whole week there and taking notes and she gave us feedback, so there was the chance to to do and redo all the sections of the piece, and it's really a collaboration. It's fantastic. I like that, having the composer in the hall, and I also like discovering new pieces, new composers, or composers that were neglected for many years. Last weekend we performed a piece by a French composer. She is the first piano professor at the Conservatoire in Paris.
Oh, okay.
And a piece by 1875. It was
goodness.
not performed until the 2000s because it was completely erased from the history of music, and now is getting more often performed. And I love that because it's a little bit of research and a little bit of bringing to the surface, well, in this case, music by women composers, but there are many cases that they were not they were famous in their lifetime, but then completely forgotten, and now we have the responsibility to bring them back.
I like that word, responsibility.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. And what you just said leads into the next question that I have for you. We just talked about composers whose works were created a long time ago.
Yes.
But we're living in the now. So what do you think of as the value of the arts and design in our current historic and contemporary moment?
Yeah, well, I think first of all we are witnessing the now, and we can put that into art, into beauty, and leave like a testimony for the later generations. How was 2026? Well, you can see a piece of art, or you can read a book, and you can tell. The other big, I think, important way to see art, especially in these crazy times we are living, it's a way to connect with our emotions and with others, human being to human being. We are in a digital era, and we are so much isolated. Art needs presence. Art needs one-to-one. It's a gift, and I am doing something, I will give you to you, that you will receive it, and you will like it or not, it doesn't matter. But, or yes, it matters. But I'm saying that the connection, human to human, is important. And then the connection to ourselves. Who ever went home and you were in your sofa really quiet, and you put some music and you relax, and you were like, I don't know, perhaps that music brought you to your grandma's house, or you brought a memory from your graduation or something. That art takes us to another dimension, but in presence, because social media also take us to another dimension.
Sure.
But we are fed. Our brains are not working much. But when you are listening to music or reading or appreciating a piece of art, you start thinking, or you start remembering, or you start connecting with yourself, right? And this is, I think, is very important in these times.
That's a fantastic response, really. It, in some ways, overlaps or references this last question that I have for you before we get to these really short, fast questions. But I was going to ask you, what do you see as the impact or the influence of your work and music? And maybe you've just addressed that.
Yeah, well, I really, I would love for my work to have a positive impact in others. When someone comes to a concert with headache or with a problem at home, but it goes out like lifted, right, in another mood, with a smile, my job is done. This is my job. And well, and with kids, especially with kids, I mean, when I see all those smiles and I see them dance, and it doesn't matter if they are going to be musicians or not. This is not the purpose. The purpose is to create a connection, to create emotions around to create memories, good memories that we can take it here. And I think this is my job.
And you must love your job.
I love my job. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready? Are you sitting down?
I am.
I have the fast 4 questions.
Okay, yes.
Here we go. What words come to mind when you think of Penn State?
Oh, wow. Penn State is like a big heart, blue heart.
Has to be blue.
Yes, has to be. But it's, as I said, Penn State is very important in my life. It's a moment of break. It's a door. It has been a door for me, and an opportunity to learn, to grow, to make good friends, to admire good professionals. We have terrific faculty at School of Music. So, yeah, a lot of positive things. A big heart of positive things.
Big heart and positive things.
And blue.
And blue. It has to be blue. All right,
Blue
question
and white.
2. Blue and white.
Yeah.
What is your favorite creamery ice cream flavor?
There is a problem. I cannot pick one, so it's going to be very unfair if I pick one. So
all of them.
All of them.
Whichever flavor you're eating at the time. Is your favorite.
Yes. Oh, yes.
How's that?
Yes. You know that we say that when usually people ask, "Which is your favorite composer?" and
Yes.
Conductors reply, "The composer I am working at this moment." But it's true
Really?
because we have to fall in love so much with the piece and the composer that really it is. And the ice cream I am eating at the moment is my favorite.
Fantastic. Question 3. When you were a student, where would we likely find you on a Saturday afternoon?
Yeah, well, mainly I think at School of Music, making copies or preparing folders for the orchestra, practicing. Mainly at School of Music. Sometimes, if I had like a afternoon off, we used to go with friends to the Arboretum. Yeah.
Okay, great way to spend an afternoon.
Yes.
Question 4. If you could teach one of the classes you took when you were a student here at Penn State, what would that class be?
Orchestra.
Orchestra. Why?
Yeah. Well, it's the moment to make music. It's the moment to put everything, all the knowledge we have accumulated from books and from talks and from classes. It's the moment to make the sounds and to collaborate and to put the piece together, to bring it to life.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sitting down with me today.
Oh, thank you. It has been a pleasure.
Well, welcome back, and I'll see you again in a few weeks. Not a few months, a few weeks.
In May. Yes.
In May.
Yes.
Great.
Looking forward to that.
Fantastic.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.